Hey, what's going on? Mr. Simonini here, and I'm hoping all is good with you guys. I've been really looking forward to connecting with you guys. So first order of business is if you need my email, it is right here. So just make sure you write it down if you need to write it down. Please contact me with questions or concerns or whatever you need to do. You can also go on Schoology or you know, if you want to comment on this YouTube page, you can do that. You can also do Remind as well. Whatever you need to do, please contact me. It's really nice to hear from you guys, whether it's positive or a question or whatever you need to do. Just please contact me. Today, you're just really required to watch this video. So again, today you're just required to watch this. Feel free to take notes if you want to. Pause it whenever you need to. Good news is this: there's really no excuse if you think I go too fast, because you can just pause it, or you can have it go in slow motion, or whatever you guys need to do, rewind it, whatever. So just understand, again, if you need to pause it, please pause it. Tuesday, so tomorrow, will be really the first day where you'll be required to watch a video and complete a homework assignment on Notability, and then turn that in on my Schoology page, the assignment that I have up right now. So again, please email me if you have any questions. I sent out a document yesterday to your email and to your families, clarifying when everything is due, what's up with the grades and everything like that. How that occurs, or what occurs, I should say. Anyways, Quadratics overview. Again, I want to just go over in this video what we're going to be doing during this e-learning experience. We only have really 2 more sections to do for the rest of the year. And what we are going to be doing, really the heavy focus, the beginning of this e-learning, is going to be graphing. So we're going to be graphing. And then after graphing is become solving. So we're going to be graphing and solving quadratics. So remember what quadratics, what they are. What it is whenever you have y equals x squared. So, for example, our graph would be a parabola opening up or a parabola opening down. So we dealt with quadratics throughout the year, but we're really diving deep into graphing and solving quadratics. Now, the first thing that you have to understand, or one of the biggest things I should say you should understand, is there are 3 forms out there. So 3 different looking equations that are quadratics, and there's 3 forms. The first form is going to be a vertex form. We talked about this a little bit the last week of school, and it was easy to find the vertex from it. So for example, this is something that's in vertex form. You have y equals parenthesis, you have a binomial inside of here, and you're squaring it, and then you have something outside, whether you're adding or subtracting something outside. Again, something that we definitely did, and you've definitely seen this. We have done transformations with this. Like, for example, this will be left 5, down 10. And that actually helps us find the vertex of this, which is going to be, again, the opposite of whatever number is inside. So the opposite of 5 will be -5, and then whatever number comes outside, which would be -10. We do not take, so this number you do not take the opposite of. So we talked about that. I will clarify that in the video, on tomorrow's video. The second form that we dealt with quadratics is actually standard form. And something that we did factoring with this. We found, and just want to remind you, one of the biggest things that we're going to have to be able to do whenever we find the vertex of this, for example, is be able to find A, B, and C. So if you look here, A is 1, because that's what's in front of x squared. My B here is 8, and my C here is 21. So I will show you in another video how to find the vertex of this, but right now just remind yourself that's what standard form is, or what it is, and we got A, B, and C there. The third form, so again, I'll let you see all this. The third form is factored form. So factored form it looks like a FOIL problem. So factor form is whenever you have a binomial times a binomial. I should be a little bit more clear. A linear binomial times a linear binomial. Because if you look here, this is linear because x is my highest exponent here, and this is linear, and they're both binomials, and they're both being multiplied with each other. The other way that factor form comes into play sometimes is whenever you have x outside. So if you look here at this example right here, this is also considered factor form. This would be whenever you have x outside and then you're multiplying by a linear binomial. So just, again, just different ways that factor form can show up. Something that we did with factored form, we did foiling. This was our answers whenever we factored. And you also might be wondering, wait, this vertex form, it had a square or it had an exponent of 2. Yeah, that's quadratic. This had an exponent of 2. Yeah, that is quadratic. But this factor form is a little bit trickier because there's no exponent of 2 anywhere. But if you look, when we FOIL this, I'm not going to do the whole problem. Remember first, then we did outside, inside last. When you look at this first arrow, when you simplify or when you multiply this out, remember, what is x times x? Well, x times x is x squared, and we talked about that. So that's where the square is coming from. That's why this is so quadratic, just to let you know about that. But anyways, just remind yourself, these are the 3 forms: vertex form, standard form, and factor form. And what we're going to be doing, again, for the rest of the year basically, is that we have to be able to graph and we have to be able to solve in all 3 forms. That's what we're doing for the rest of the year, whether it's going to be e-learning or when we go back to school. Now this week, understand this week, it's all about graphing and really preparing the graph. Next week is when we're going to be graphing, but this week is all about finding the vertex, because the vertex is going to help us graph next week. And when I say vertex, we have to do it in all 3 forms. So if you think about the layout of what this week will be, today was this video, Monday. Tomorrow, Tuesday, we'll be finding the vertex in vertex form. Wednesday, we'll be finding the vertex in standard form. Thursday, we'll be finding the vertex in factored form. And then Friday is just going to be a review of all 3 forms and just being able to find the vertex. Once we're able to find the vertex in all 3 forms, then we can move on to graphing, which will be next week. So, again, this is an overview of what we're going to be doing. Again, I hope all is good. Please email me if you have any questions, or contact me, through anything, through Schoology, YouTube, Remind, whatever you need to do. Please contact me. Give me some positive encouragement, some good stuff. If you like this video, whatever you need to do, please contact me if you have anything. Thanks.